How to avoid deportation from Canada in 2025 and the regions in which low-wage LMIAs won't be processed, as of July 11th. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. Over 500,000 work and study permits in Canada are set to expire this year, and thousands of individuals are currently unsure of their next steps. Many are struggling to meet CRS score thresholds for permanent residency, while others are awaiting invitations to apply after submitting their PR applications. If you're worried about your legal status expiring and fear being forced to leave Canada, don't panic. Here are 5 essential strategies to help you stay in Canada legally and prepare for your future. Apply for a bridging open work permit. If you've already submitted your PR application and received your acknowledgement of receipt, and your work permit is nearing expiration, you may be eligible for a bridging open work permit. This allows you to legally remain and work in Canada while your PR is under process. To be eligible, your work permit must still be valid, and you must be physically present in Canada when applying. This helps you stay in status without disruption. Switch to study or visitor status if needed. If you're unable to apply for a work permit extension or don't meet PR criteria yet, you can explore 2 alternative pathways to maintain your stay. Study permit. You can re-enroll in a new academic program even if you've studied before and used PGWP. This option lets you stay in Canada and also work part-time, up to 20 hours a week. Visitor record. If studying isn't an option, you may apply for a visitor record before your current permit expires. While you cannot work under this status, it allows you to legally remain in Canada for up to 6 months. Restore your status within 90 days. If your status has already expired, don't panic. You have 90 days from the date of expiry to apply for restoration of status. This is your legal window to recover from an oversight. You must apply for restoration and submit an application for a new permit, study/work, at the same time. Remember, until your status is restored, you cannot work, even if you applied for a new permit. Strengthen your PR profile. Even if you've secured your status extension, don't stop there. You must actively improve your PR eligibility. Here's how. Gain Canadian work experience, up to 80 CRS points. Apply through PNP if your job is in demand in a specific province. Enroll in an in-demand academic course, minimum 6 months. Improve your language skills. Aim for CLB 9 in IELTS, or take French to gain up to 50 bonus course points. The regions in which low-wage LMIAs won't be processed, as of July 11th. The government has updated the list of regions in which foreign nationals and employers cannot obtain or extend work permits under the low-wage stream of the Temporary Foreign Worker Program. Which CMAs are ineligible as of July 11th? In total, 26 CMAs have been listed. This is an increase from the previous quarter of the year, April 4th to July 10th, when 24 regions were listed. Low-wage LMIA applications in these regions will not be processed by ESDC until the next update, expected on October 10, 2025. This list is relevant for anyone applying for a labor market impact assessment under the low-wage stream of the temporary foreign worker. That's because in 2024, the federal government announced that it would no longer process low-wage LMIAs in CMAs that have an unemployment rate of 6% or higher. Since then, ESDC has been publishing a list of CMAs with unemployment rates of 6% or higher that gets updated every 3 months. Employers cannot hire a foreign worker under the TFWP, and a TFWP worker cannot renew their work permit without an LMIA. What CMAs were on the list in the past? These CMAs had unemployment rates of 6% or higher between April 4th and July 10th, but are no longer on the list as of July 11th. Drummondville, Guelph, Kelowna, Red Deer. This means these regions will begin processing low-wage LMIAs in the 3rd quarter of 2025 again. How to determine if a job falls under the low-wage stream. Whether a foreign national is eligible for the high-wage or low-wage stream of the TFWP depends on whether their salary is above or lower than the wage threshold in that province or territory. On July 27, ESDC increased the wage thresholds for those applying under the TFWP. You can find the new wage thresholds, according to province, here. If a foreign worker's wage is lower than the wage threshold in the province where their employment is based, then their employer must apply under the low-wage stream of the TFWP. If it is higher, then their employer must apply under the high-wage stream. How do you know if you will be impacted? You may be impacted if your job, or job offer, falls under the low-wage stream and is also located in one of the affected census metropolitan areas. To find out if your location is affected, Enter the complete postal code of your work location on the Census of Population website. On the Geography Search Results page, look for the section labeled Census Metropolitan Area/Census Agglomeration. The page will display the name of the CMA your job is located in. Check if that CMA is included in the list of affected areas listed above. Employers and foreign nationals should check the unemployment rate of the CMA where the job position is located before submitting an LMIA application to help them find out if the application will be processed. What can I do if I am impacted? If you have a low-wage job offer from one of the CMAs mentioned above, there are still have some options. You can check if your employer is willing to increase the wage of the position so that it falls under the high-wage stream. Ask your employer if they are willing to wait 3 months and see if there is a change to the CMA unemployment rates. Focus your job hunt on CMAs where low-wage LMIAs are still being processed, or focus your job hunt on an occupation that is exempt from this measure. This includes specific occupations in primary agriculture, construction, food manufacturing, hospitals, nursing and residential care facilities, and in-home care. Those on a low-wage TFWP work permit who lose status because their permit cannot be extended must stop working. If a worker applied to extend or change their work permit before it expired, they can stay in Canada and keep working under the same conditions until IRCC makes a decision. This is called maintained status. Workers on TFWP closed work permit who lose their job can benefit from a COVID-19 era temporary public policy. Under this policy, a foreign worker on closed work permit can obtain authorization from Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada to begin working for a new employer and/or in a new occupation prior to obtaining a new work permit. Foreign workers who lose status can apply for a visitor record to remain in Canada as a visitor. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.